When speaking of the angels and seeing the moment of death, some devoted people or people one was very close to, and in trying to explain the visions that people allegedly have with saints, especially the Blessed Virgin Mary, there can be this experiential realization of what the doctrine of communion of saints means. In other words, you begin to be part of it. Of course, we've always been part of it because everything is united, and as Paul describes in Romans and elsewhere at great detail, we as individuals are like cells in a bigger body. And the whole genetic set of discoveries nowadays sort of reinforces or gives greater power to his explanation of the body having many parts. Well, now, to be a healthy cell is to contribute to the health of the whole body. And individual cells can't disregard the fact that they're part of a whole, of a very dynamic whole. And so the spiritual journey is its most radical form. It can never be a privatized journey. Whatever one cell does to fulfill its specific vocation in the body, and every cell has a purpose, so every human being has a destiny and a purpose and a design to which the Spirit invites them. And in each cell is the whole program of the Spirit for transformation. So it's already at work. It's just that in the beginning we're not aware of the enormous potential that is within us because it's distracted by the false self and the ego and its rather superficial concerns compared to the plan of God to transform the human race into its fullness of Christ as a corporate body, and not just a few individuals who have made it. So the communion of saints is not just a nice association like a club or something, but it's the whole interrelatedness and the common sharing of human life and the common contribution for each generation to try to further the project of the divine life, to pass it on, at least to the next generation, but also to fulfill one's particular role to which the Spirit calls us and works through us. And so Christ presents us even further challenge to love as he has loved us, which is readiness to lay down our lives for others, but it's also the readiness to be perfectly happy to be supplanted or to let other people serve God better than we do, to consider ourselves as best as only equal to others, and to realize that what's important is that God's work be done and not who does it. And if it happens to be us who were called, then there's no credit special to us. It's simply we've done, as Jesus says in the gospel, what we're supposed to do, namely we've responded to the particular role that the Spirit has assigned us in this marvelous body in which everybody is in one sense equal but different in their service. So the communion of saints is a project to provide us with all the graces that are already there, but to activate them so that we might become a positive force in the sense of service, servant leadership, in other words, in the body that is not trying to fix everything, because we can't even fix ourselves, but to allow God's incredible plan of love to flow throughout the body.